Good afternoon, beloved. It is Shina Yvonne here, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to our peaceful channel. And today is Wednesday. It's Holy Wednesday, April the 16th. And we are back again with another message as we remember what Christ did for us this week. So without further ado, let's go right into it. Beloved, you cannot clean your hands of sin if you don't confess it and allow Jesus to save your soul. Just because you did not agree with the harm towards your neighbor, you are still guilty of that action because you turned your back. In Matthew 27:24, it tells us that Pontius Pilate, you remember the Roman governor, he thought that he could just wash his hands and be free of the crucifixion of an innocent man. But we know he was not absolved of that. He was not absolved of the guilt of Jesus' death. For a tradition and the church history tells us that Pilate lived a tormented life thereafter. The account states that he lost his governorship, and some account that he committed suicide because of all the torment. If we don't take account for how we treat others directly, doing something to them, or indirectly allowing something to happen when we know it's not good, we might as well have committed suicide ourselves, because we are making a decision that prevents Jesus from atoning our sin. You may remember, hopefully you do remember, the second greatest commandment. You can find that in Matthew 22:39. Let's go ahead and read that. Matthew 22:39. Matter of fact, we're going to start at 37. So Matthew 22:37. Jesus replied, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. Whatever you would do to yourself, you should do the same thing to your neighbor." The entire law and all the demands of the prophet are based on these two commandments. Because love your neighbor is your second greatest commandment, and the first being love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your mind, with everything that you have. There is no way that we can love God and be used by God if we do not extend love to one another. If we do not allow ourselves to commit only good actions to one another. If we do not show each other the same grace, the same mercy as Christ shows us. We are to love one another with the same love that God showed us when he raised Jesus from the dead. We are to serve one another in love. Galatians 5:13. If you see one of your neighbors, if you see one of your brethren in need of something, if you have the ability to assist them, you do it. If you don't, you send someone else that can, or at least attempt to send someone else that can. Love is to seek the welfare of all. Romans 15:2. And love works no ill to any. And that's also Romans 13:8-10. Let us remember that every encounter with another is an opportunity to do good. It is an opportunity to show love or accept each other just as Christ has accepted us. Despite of what one does to us, despite the lies that are said against us, despite the harm that is done to us, despite the harm that is done to someone we love, despite the lies, despite the beatings, despite all of that, we are to continue to extend our hand in love to one another. Because loving our neighbor is the second greatest commandment. That shows us that unity is something that God cherishes. We know that. It is a way that we can honor our Lord, is to honor each other. Because when we do so, when we come together in love, it glorifies God. Let's look at Romans 15:7. Therefore, accept each other as Christ has accepted you, so that God will be given glory. And beloved, we know that is the ultimate thing. That is the ultimate assignment that we have on this earth, is to give God the glory for what He has created, for what He's created in us, through us, and for us, to give God the glory. Let us remember to love one another like He who is love. From Practice in Peacemaking Ministries.